Calling on behalf of my son who was in there dining recently.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't want to make this call himself because he was so ashamed and embarrassed about his experience at the restaurant. And he told me all about it, and I'm just wondering what happened. I'd like to get your side of the story before I proceed.
What happened?
Well, my son, the thing of him is he gets made poked fun of a lot because he's a flamboyant homosexual, and he's very feminine and effeminate. And he was in the restaurant, and someone called him a cocksucker. And I want to know, because he's got part of it recorded too on the phone of a fella in the restaurant calling him a pecker sucker.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and the thing of it is he don't even suck pecker. He's a homosexual, but he's not even into it. And for him to be treated like that in a public space in this country is unacceptable.
Well, we do not tolerate that at all. And was it an employee who said that?
It was a patron. It was a big burly Mexican man. Called him believe what was it? He called me a cocksucker. Yeah, it was a cocksucker. He called him. So what I'd like to have done is I'd like you to rewind the cameras for when he was there so that we can identify this fellow, this cocksucker caller. Is that possible? Because I'd like to have a word with this fellow.
If it happened in the restroom, there's nothing we can do about it.
You can't look at the cameras and identify him? Because I got some choice words for him.
Not if it was in the restroom. We don't have cameras in the restroom.
In the restaurant? You ain't got no cameras in there?
Oh, we have cameras. It was in the restaurant?
Yeah, he walked right up to his table and said, cocksucker! Right up in his grill. He was right at the table. Saliva was shooting out of his mouth as he said it all over his food, too.
Well, you can call tomorrow and speak to the manager.
Who am I speaking with, just so I know?
Peyton.
Peyton? Approximately how old are you, darling?
I'm 20.
You're 20?
Yes.
Would you date a homosexual man? Like if, say, he was bi or something? Because I'm trying to get him out of it, to be honest with you.
Me personally, if he's a homosexual, then he wouldn't want to date us.
Well, you see, I'm getting in Playboy magazine, and I'm encouraging him to look upon the bodies of beautiful women, because I mean, they're beautiful, you know. And
If he wants to be with a man, then he should be with a man. That's what makes him happy.
are you into effeminate types, or are you into more masculine men? Just out of curiosity, because I'm trying to figure out what to do with my son.
You should support your son in all of his decisions.
And being gay? But the thing is it gets so much flack from the community, you know, when I take him out in public, his bent wrist, he's lisping his words, and it just brings shame on the family. But I've been doing my best to support him, and for all those out there calling him a cocksucker and a faggot and a queer, I gotta stand up to him. You know what I mean?
I don't know what to tell you. If he likes men, you should support that decision. Now, if something happened in this restaurant, you can go ahead and call back tomorrow, and you can speak to a manager about looking at cameras. But other than that, support your son in his decision.
My worst fear is walking in on him with another fella, because
I don't know what to tell you.
that's I've seen videos and it just looks unnatural. But thank you for your time, sweetie. I appreciate it. Now we'll be calling back up there tomorrow to get this hashed out.
Okay.
All right. Thank you
Have a
very
good
much.
night.
You too. Bye bye.